What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Tony Mac. A return of the Mac. What's happening, folks? How y'all doing, man? I hope y'all having a great day today. And I want to talk to y'all a little bit about the RG3 Shaq and possible Mark Henry drama. Well, I ain't going to put Mark Henry in there, man, but we did definitely hear Shaq say he want to punch RG3 in the face. And he ain't playing about it. He said he want to punch him in the face, y'all. And look, I want to ask y'all this, right? If Shaq wasn't like 7'2", 350 pounds, full-on Hall of Fame athlete, wasn't this great player, if Shaq was just a regular nigga working at Lowe's, y'all, will we call him out on his simping? And I'm a married man, so I'm simping all. Look, I'm cool with that. I'm a simp by nature. I'm married. You know what I mean? But I just think Shaq going a little too far with this fake capping on RG3, y'all. And look, I'm not saying what RG3 did was right, wrong. I'm not talking about that or anything, man. I'm just looking at Shaq's whole, I want to punch this dude in the face behind what he's doing. And like, you know, just this whole idea that if a man is critical of well, I'm gonna say it this way: if a black man is critical of a black woman in any kind of way publicly, he deserves his ass whooped. And the crazy part about that, I think if you ask half the black men in America, half of them gonna say they gonna agree with that, and the other half gonna be like, y'all niggas is some simps. You know what I mean? I really think that. I really believe that, man. And I'm not judging anybody but how they feel. Look, if we feel like Shaq had a right for defending Angel Reese, because RG3 has been a little bit too far in criticizing Angel Reese and all that type of stuff. Look, I understand if y'all feel like somebody should say something or tell him he need to stop. I get all that. But I'm talking about the point of Shaq actually wanting to threaten this man. Actually wanting to put physical harm and punching this dude over what he's saying. He ain't trying to stop Angel Reese's money. And let's be real, y'all. Does Angel Reese even deserve to be on the cover of 2K? Now, I'm not hating on her. I'm going to be honest with you. So far, Angel Reese definitely deserves to be in the conversation for one of the most improved WNBA players. If y'all been watching the WNBA, if y'all looking at her game from her rookie season to now, she's definitely improved on her game. Last year, she was shooting like 30%, just rebounding her own misses. And anybody who want to be honest with the sport of basketball, she just looked like somebody who was terrible at basketball but good at rebounding, if we really want to be honest. But this year, now, presently, Angel Reese is hooping. If y'all watching the WNBA right now, you have to be honest and admit that her game is actually improved. But are we at the point where if a black man say anything criticizing of a black woman, he deserved to get his ass kicked? You know, if y'all agree with that, that's cool, you know what I mean? I don't, personally. I think that's crazy, man. I think, Shaq, you going a little bit too far with threatening the brother. And I'm going to be real with you, Shaq. If you was 6 foot tall, would you talk like that to RG3? Because a lot of times, Shaq, you really be coming across like a bully. And I know you're a good dude, especially with the comedy game. You helped a lot of people out. I know Shaq do a lot of good things, so this ain't about tearing down Shaquille O'Neal or nothing like that. I still think you're a top 5 player of all time. You're my favorite center of all time. You Superman, Shaq. But when you first said you wanted to punch me in the face, a little part of me was like, nah, you know what? Kobe better than you. You know what? A part of me just wanted to put Kobe above you and just knock you out my top 5, put Bill Russell ahead of you, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar ahead of you twice, Will Chamberlain. I just wanted to throw you out of the top 20. A part of me got in my feelings a little bit, and I had to admit that I was tripping on that, but I was just like, Shaq, you wrong for that. And another part that you wrong for, you try to dim RG3 light and say, if you only known for your podcast, bro, and not known for your NFL career, then you shouldn't even be talking. You shouldn't even be talking. See, I heard something from listening to the dude 6070, and he said the devil tried to use your past to keep you back in the past, something hating on something. But the point he was making is people always try to throw up somebody's past. Like, y'all lame, bro. Just admit you a hater. Why would you keep bringing up where somebody came from, but to overlook where they at today? You did that same shit with Shannon Sharp. And the sad part, you know you're doing some tricky shit, because to the young folks who don't know the greatness of these people because they're not doing the athletic side of their game now, people forgot about who they were. I.e. Shannon Sharp, who at one point in time, matter of fact, when Shannon Sharp retired, for all the youngsters, he was considered the greatest tight end ever. And it wasn't no discussion. So let that be understood when people try to belittle me. Oh, Unc only known for his podcast and Club Shay Shay. Let it be known that when Shannon Sharp retired out of the NFL, he was considered the greatest tight end of all time. And also let it be known how he tried to dim RG3's light. RG3 built Baylor. Nobody was talking about Baylor football for a long time until RG3 came down there. RG3 built Baylor. Let it be known. And I ain't talking about the medical program, one of the greatest medical programs in the country. I ain't talking about their great basketball institution. And I know that they had historical football teams prior to RG3. But we're talking about in recent times, prior to RG3 getting there, Baylor was not on the map. And Shaq, don't try to play that, man. Like, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't RG3, like, I think he was in the running for Rookie of the Year, or he won Rookie of the Year. Y'all please correct me of that. And if it wasn't for a head coach putting him out there knowing that RG3 needed to sit down because of a knee injury, we not going to act like the guy was just a bum. We not about to throw RG3's career under the way because we don't like his opinions, or we don't like the fact that RG3 like milk with his cookies. You know what I'm saying? Some people like milk with their cookies. I'm lactose intolerant. My wife is black, but I'm also actually lactose intolerant, so I drink water with my cookies. But RG3 like milk with his. I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? But all that is irrelevant. Shaq, you know RG3's career was cut short because of an injury. It wasn't because he was a lack of a player. Don't play him like that. And even if that was the case, who cares? Where is he now? What is he doing now currently? Because analyst to analyst, he'll dust your ass. Because RG3 don't like to let me fake like I'm going to defend all black women, because you sure did put that SuperMan shit out there when you said I was going to go out there and defend all black women and punch this man in the face next time he say anything about Angel Reese. Notice you ain't say that shit to Charleston White, because he know how to handle your big gorilla looking ass. And I guess y'all gonna cut that out and say Tony Mack hates black people too. No, I love black people, but like Chris Rock, I hate niggas too. And everybody in the world hate niggas, because nigga is a behavior, is not a race. Just like those people that was on the Carnival Cruise acting a motherfucking fool. But I still blame Carnival Cruise, because y'all ass shouldn't have had them tickets that cheap. It is what it is. If you invite something cheap, you're going to get cheap activity, and that's what you got. But we ain't talking about all that. We're going back to the Shaquille O'Neal situation, man. Hey, if you really is going to punch the man, I hope that, Shaq, you just was upset at the time, and, you know, shit happens. We say things we don't mean in the moment, heated, and you don't really mean to put physical harm on a gentleman, man. RG3, I can't agree with the monkey picture that you did, or if you were trying to shine light, or make it a good situation, or you was just trying to make a slick side joke. I don't understand that side of it. Maybe that may be a little bit too far criticism, my dude. However, I don't have an issue with a sports analyst criticizing a sports player. Because if I'm not mistaken, LeBron James, what did he do to deserve all the hate that y'all give him? Is he known for beating on his wife, cheating on his wife, abusing his children, neglecting his family? No. But y'all treat the man like he the worst human being in the world over a basketball game. And I don't hear not one person come out of the air and say, I'm going to punch, kick, scream, scratch, or do anything due to the unfair treatment of him, or players like him, or Tom Brady's, or, you know, other players. Even other women athletes that are treated unfair, like people like, I don't want to say a name, but one of the WNBA players who had retired out of the WNBA because she said she got tired of women hitting on her when she said she was a straight woman. She wasn't interested. She had a family at home. How many people said they want to come defend her since it's about defending women? Nobody said anything. But because Angel Reese is a hot subject. She's a very attractive woman, but I mean, she's a hot topic because of what she does on and off the court. I'm not, no shade to Angel Reese. Shout out to you, sister, for doing your thing, especially for putting on for LSU. However, Angel Reese ain't perfect. And because she's a popular, polarizing figure, when she do certain shit, good or bad, they're gonna fucking talk about it, Shaq. And are you gonna punch everybody in the face when they do it? How about when the white guys talking about Angel Reese? How many of them did you line up and say you gonna punch in the face? I'm just saying, Shaq. I don't know. I'm also trying to be in line for one of the people you gonna punch in the face, because I'm a broke ass motherfucker that's gonna sue you and change the game of that. You know what I'm saying? And change all the way the game of that. So as soon as you punch me in the face, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? However, before you punch us in the face, sit down and think about it and look at who's really right or wrong in this situation. And more or less, it seems like it's you, because you want to bring physical contact to somebody for something they said out of their mouth. Think about it. Hey, we all been there. I done crashed out before. We all did. And I'm probably going to crash out in the future. But y'all will call me out on my shit, so don't be afraid to call him out on his. Anyway, y'all, Tony Mac, where it's always real, but it's always love. Peace. Oh, please like, share my shit. There's always some hating person out there saying that they don't like how people on YouTube like to tell people, please like, share the video before you watch it, because that's their trick of getting their views out there. Man, why don't you stop being a hater and do something and help people who might have potential to blow up on YouTube, like helping them open up your platform instead of being one of them old haters. And if the shoe fits, wear that motherfucker. Anyway, y'all, Tony Mac. Peace.